Hi everyone, it's Peter from PS Sound, and in this video we are going to introduce a new project we are working on. This is quite a simple system, but it's very useful, especially for the BMW owners, because most of the BMWs have the same platform, well, almost all of them. So we will go through what we are planning, what we are doing. We are going to upgrade all the speakers, put in a DSP amplifier, an extra monoblock for the subwoofer, and then I go through everything, what we use and why. So this car has MOS 25 fiber optic line in it, so we are going to utilize that with this Helix SDMI 25, where we can go in over there with the MOS line, with the fiber optic line, and on the other side you get optical signal out. Why is this important? Well, most people who upgrade the system and just use the factory speaker line, then obviously you rely on the factory amplifier's quality, which is not a clean, unmolested signal. Whereas if you do that, then you get beautiful digital signal out of the system. The only downside is that with this you only get optical stereo signal. So if you want to retain your front and rear fader, that's not going to work with this. So if you really want to do that, there are ways around it, especially if you use one of these amplifiers, the Helix V8 amplifier over here. So on this we will come in through the optical input, you can see over there, but you could have analog input, speaker levels at the bottom, and we will control this 8-channel amplifier with this conductor, which is a recent small controller Helix has. Way easier to install it than the Director, the huge controller they have. Yeah, you look on that nice picture in Mercedes, they can really fit it nicely where the original clock was. But with this thing you can control pretty much everything you need. You can even control the rear fill level. So if you press it a few times, then you can even assign the colors, because there are LEDs around it, just like on the picture. And then you can control sub level, rear fill, master volume, all sorts of things, plus you can change presets as well. So it does everything you really want in any system these days. So that 8-channel is going to run the front with 4 channels, because the mid and tweet in the front doors, which is going to be upgraded to this Steg plug and play set. This is going to run semi-active, so the tweeter uses an inline cap, but as you see everything uses factory plugs. Even the mid-range has factory plug over there, so technically, yeah, it's plug and play, that easy. And we will see whether we can use this little bracket for the tweeter behind the factory grille, because with this one it also helps you to aim the tweeter on a more optimal angle. Then, so yeah, that's gonna be 2 channels, front doors. Then we have the underseat bass drivers, which will be upgraded to this quite big chunky thing with Neo Magnet from Steg, which is a 2-ohm driver, so you can get more power out of the amplifier. And then in the rear doors we will have coaxes in factory location, same Steg plug and play. And we will also upgrade the center fill for what we will split a 2-way set from Steg. So this way we will use 7 channels from this. Why Helix is great, because they have center fill algorithm, so we can process the center fill instead of just summing the signal to it from left and right, and then it would always play everything that comes from the stereo content. We can run it through virtual routing Helix has, and then we can process the signal to the center fill with their special algorithm. So actually this helps, especially in cars like this where the mid-range is down low. In the front doors the stage is not quite high, then the center fill can help to raise the center of the sound stage, and it also helps for the passenger to get a somewhat better staging up front. Then on to subwoofer duty, because most people think that that 8-inch driver in BMWs is a bass driver. Well, we can call it a bass driver, but it's definitely not a sub bass driver. It plays down to 45, 50 okay, but below that we still have to feel the spectrum, and for that we are going to use a JLW3 Mark III 12-inch sub, and this is a single 2-ohm, yep, we can see there, single 2-ohm voice call configuration. So this way we can get more power out of this M1 little monoblock, because this has more output on 2 ohm, just like pretty much any amplifier. small format, nice and simple. So from this amplifier you have extra 2 channels RCAs coming out. So technically this has a 10 channel DSP, 8 channel amplifier. You can see all the 8 channels over there. So we will have that for front doors, bass drivers, rear doors, and then center field. If we wanted to, we could run the center field fully active as well if we wanted to. We will see. We may have 1 channel left for something, maybe for nothing. But then this is going to get the signal from those RCAs straight into this amplifier over there. And then we will process the signal to the subwoofer through the DSP. Oh yes, we also have an additional HD Bluetooth module. Now Helix has that as well, not just the standard Bluetooth module, so the owner can stream directly to the DSP if he wanted to. That way he will bypass the factory system through the SDMI box. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty. We have to have a look at that as well. It's a M6. It's the Grand Tour, yeah. So as you can see, the factory mid-range is quite down low over there in front of the handle. Tweeter is over there on the top, as you can see. We will do full treatment to the doors, soundproofing the door and the door card, all 4 of them. Obviously the 18-inch drivers will go underneath the seats, and everything is going to stay fully OEM looking, fully factory, nothing on display, nothing shouty. You can see the center speaker location over there, great location. And then in the boot we will also keep it nice and tidy. We will just have the 12-inch sub in a custom box, what we will possibly space on this side because the rear seat split, and the owner said that he would like to keep the boot practical. So if we space the enclosure on this side, on the single side, he can still drop the dual side and then can push anything through. So in the next video you will see what we've done. We will go through the car, we will show the build in stages. You will be able to see the steps, the strip out, deadening and everything, and then we will show the outcome. And we will break it down in fine detail, so BMW owners really get an idea about what it's like to get a proper upgrade in their cars. Well, I don't really consider this as a high-end system, but it's a fantastic upgrade. Most people would be over the moon with something like this, but if you want to go beyond this, then yeah, there are options for that too. But this is what I would consider a really healthy upgrade. We can say that this should play really nicely. So we leave it here now, and in a week's time you will see what we've done. Feel free to share it, comment in the comment section. You can also find the description links to our Patreon channel, where we will share measurements of this car, the RTA measurements of the system, how it got tuned. But of course that will come after the second video when we do the fully finished state and the walk around. Till then, you know, do the usual things, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, because most people are not subscribed to the channel, and it's really important, otherwise you won't see the following video. But for now, this is it, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.